Hello everyone, and welcome to Shell Point Today for Wednesday, April 20. I'm Dan Filgreen. On today's show, Ruth Deuber will whip up a delicious recipe of blueberry pear crisp, and we'll show you photos from trips aboard the Suzy Q taken recently by our assisted living residents. But first, we'd like to remind you that tomorrow there will be an outing to the Echo Farm in North Fort Myers. Their purpose for 32 years has been to help those who are teaching farmers around the world how to be more effective in producing enough food to meet the needs of their families and their communities. They in turn teach others, and the echo effect continues. Come learn more about this fascinating place in a guided walking tour of the most creative farm you will ever experience. You'll see demonstrations, plants, and techniques useful to farmers and urban gardeners in developing countries. The cost of the trip is $17.50 with lunch on your own, which will be at Applebee's. Court pickups begin on the island at 8:15, so make sure you've signed up. Tomorrow will also be the time for the Computer Club meeting. Mike Peterson from Computer Medics will return with the owner of Cartridge World to talk about printers and options for purchasing printers that will work with all of your digital devices, such as smartphones, tablets, iPads, laptops, and desktops. The meeting begins at 2:15 p.m. in the Manatee Room. And you can wrap up your Thursday with an exciting meal opportunity that will be fun and filling. Why, you can just stuff yourself like a pig at this event. In fact, that could be the reason it's called a pig roast dinner. Join us for a great evening of music and food out at the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. The cost is $15 per person for slow roasted pork, chicken breast, coleslaw, baked beans, and a dinner roll. There's even lemonade, iced tea, and dessert. Did I mention music? You'll enjoy your favorite oldies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s as played by Peter and Helen Rosenblum. Space is limited, so make sure that you sign up. And finally, don't forget about tomorrow's Shred event. Do you have a stack of old documents, junk mail, or personal info that you'd like to dispose of but don't feel safe just tossing them in the wastebasket? Well, Finemark Bank is holding a Shred event this Thursday from 9 to 10:30. It's in front of the village church, and you can bring those papers and have them disposed of properly while keeping your privacy intact. For more information, stop by Finemark Bank on the island or give them a call at 461-5999. It smells like something delicious is cooking over at Ruth Deuber's place. So let's head over there to learn how to make buttery blueberry pear crisp. If only we had smell-o-vision, or better yet, taste-o-vision. Well, you'll just have to trust me on this and head out to the grocery store afterwards to get the ingredients to bake this recipe yourself. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, I'm Ruth Deuber, and this is What's Cooking at Shell Point. And I'm going to show you a dessert today. It's called Blueberry Pear Crisps. I'm sure that you could use other fruit other than pear with the blueberries, but the basic part of it is the blueberries. And after you've sprayed your cup, you put some blueberries in the bottom. Use as many as you want. Whoops, that one got away. Like that. Blueberries right now are a little bit expensive, but later in the year they're a little more reasonable. And the pear, for the half a recipe, we will only use 1/2 of a pear. So I will take the core out. Do it that much, and then I'm going to peel it. I know there's always good nutrients in the skin, but sometimes it can be a little tough, so I peel it. All right, now we're going to cut this up in rather small pieces. Now I'm going to put these on the top there. Now we're going to make the topping. And it is very much like a streusel. And so for one serving, you use actually a 1/2 tablespoon of butter. And this is a little bit softened. And then we're going to take some oatmeal. Now I've just used the little packet that you use for your breakfast in the morning. And I'm just going to add that to my streusel. It calls for a 1/2 tablespoon. And we'll put that in there. And 1 tablespoon of flour in there. And 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I don't think it has to be exact, depending on how much of that you like. So now we're going to take our fork and get this all mixed up and ready for the crunch. So we're going to put this on the top. And you put this in the oven, 375, and for about 30 minutes. And I put it on an extra pan because sometimes it does bubble up. So you want something covered when you put it into your oven. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all finished. It looks really yummy. You can serve it hot, or you can wait till it cools off a little bit, and maybe even put it on some ice cream. The ice cream that I have, actually, it's Greek frozen yogurt, and this is some pomegranate and blueberry. So I thought that would be good. You could use vanilla ice cream, or you could just, actually you can use cream. And here we go, let's spoon some of this. There you are, that's mighty easy. And fellas, I think even you could do this. Surprise your wife. Or if you're alone, you can make some for yourself. That is absolutely delicious. I hope you'll try it. I'll put it up on the website for you. Bye-bye.
Recently, the assisted living residents of the Springs, Kings Crown, and the Arbor had the opportunity to take a lunch trip aboard the Suzy Q. There was even ice cream on board. It was a delight for everyone that participated, and we'd like to show you a few photos from those outings right now. And now it's time to take a look at today's happenings, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hello and welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Caitlin Van Scoy.
And I'm Bev Chandley.
We're here to give you all of Wednesday's activities. We start at 7:45 with men's Bible study in the Osprey room. And pickleball will be available at the game court at 8 o'clock. Also at 8, men's match play tennis will be at the Woodlands tennis courts. And Lily and Company Jewelers will be here for their weekly service at 8:45 in the Resident Activity Center. Jurassic Travel will be in the egret room from 9 to 12 to help you with all your personal traveling needs. And also at 9, Watercolor Group with Phil Hilton will be in the art studio. We'll move to 10 o'clock for the ladies' Bible study in the Osprey room. And the men's match play tennis will be at the Woodlands tennis courts at 10 o'clock. 10:15 is the time for the Model Yacht Sailing Club to be meeting at the Woodlands Commons Lake to sail their boats. And our last morning activity is Agility, Balance, and Flexibility. That is at 11:30 in the Tarpon Room. Here is Bev to tell you about our afternoon.
Thank you, Caitlin. At 12:45, we start with a Health Connections class, Advanced Strength and Conditioning. That'll be in the Tarpon Room. It's currently full. And we have chess in the Library Lounge at the Resident Activity Center at 1 o'clock. Also at 1 o'clock, we have another Health Connections class, Hear and Be Heard. That'll be in the Oak Room down at the Woodlands. At 1:15, Coffee with the Pastors will be held in the Hospitality Room of the Village Church. From 1:30 to 3:30, our model train room will be open for tours. And at 1:45, we have another Health Connections class, Osteo Break Free. That's in the Tarpon Room and currently full. At 2:15, Knitters Anonymous will be in the Osprey Room. And Jazz and Stuff will be down at the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands at 2:30 for their concert. At 3 o'clock, we have a Health Connections class, Pilates Stretch. That's in the Tarpon Room on the island. The singles table will be available at the Crystal Dining Room tonight, and that's at 5 o'clock. At 5:45, the church choir rehearsal will be going on at the Village Church. And we round out our evening at 7:15 with prayer and praise at the Village Church. We're sure glad to see you here today, and we will see you back here tomorrow.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is chicken and dumplings with a fresh vegetable medley. The dinner special is the All-American Buffet for $14.95, and the soup of the day is chicken Florentine. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a taco salad with fresh fruit for $7.75. The dinner special is fried shrimp for $8.75. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are braised short ribs for $18.95 or coconut shrimp for $17.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Wayne Fricke. Wayne is one of our lay persons who is involved in our leadership in various dimensions, and as we have been working through these weeks introducing the community to the elected officers of the Village Church, we now turn our attention to the ministry of the Maintenance Trustees.
The Maintenance Trustees,
That's
yes.
correct. And
Yeah.
Wayne, you are the chairman of that group
That's correct.
of individuals, and there are a total of 5, including yourself. Is that
That's
not correct?
That's correct.
And who else in our community is involved in it?
Doug Christensen, Dick Gallagher, Charlie Kesmodel, and Paul Murphy.
Okay. Now, my sense about those gentlemen is that they're individuals who still have some energy left and
Yes,
can
they
do
do.
some things.
Right.
And so, what kind of things does this group do?
In many churches, the trustees are responsible entirely for the building. At Shell Point community, the Shell Point takes care of the outside of the building, and the church is responsible for the inside of the building. So the trustees have a part in being sure that the interior of the building is taken care of.
I see.
And so some of our duties include assisting with the deaconesses in preparation and cleanup for the communion. Mm-hmm. We also recycle used communion cups after the communion service. And we make sure that the church is ready for Sunday services on Saturday. We also are responsible on occasion for moving a small number of tables and chairs to get ready for a Shell Point Village Church event.
Yeah, and so we're kind of it's an interesting kind of church with respect to maintenance trustees compared to some other churches because we live in the Shell Point community, or the churches in the Shell Point community. So sort of the major setups with hundreds of chairs and sometimes tables and things like that. Yeah. Your group of 5 guys don't need to do that.
We don't do that. We don't have the physical capabilities for that.
So Shell Point takes care of that. But there are always other things that need to be taken care of, especially at the last minute in terms of moving some furniture here and there. And so we very much appreciate the ministry of the 5 gentlemen that you are involved with. And once again, we have an opportunity on various Sundays, and this Sunday is one in particular, in which we'll meet those folks in the worship service, pray for the ministry that they engage in, and thank God for each and every one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks so much for being with us, Wayne.
Thank you.
And God bless you in the ministry of the maintenance trustees, and we hope to see you all soon at the Village Church in ways that you'll recognize the behind-the-scenes work that organizations like the trustees engage in for us. Blessings to each and every one of you.
And that's going to bring this Shell Point Today program to a close for Wednesday, April the 20th. Tune in again tomorrow when we'll meet some of the residents who attended the Volunteer Appreciation Banquet earlier this month. And we'll show you the beautiful artwork hanging in the art studio in the Creativity Tunnel. Until then, I'm Dan Philgreen, thanking you for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.